This is state of the race in Cameroon's presidential election today, 13th of July 2025. 92-year-old President Paul Biya has now officially announced that he will be seeking re-election come 12th of October 2025 presidential election. He made the announcement on his social media handles in which he made known that I am candidate for the election. Now, that is not news, but what is news is what the president actually posted on his social media platform. The president said it is time good enough for us to come together, or Cameroonians to come together, to solve their challenges, to solve existing challenges, that together they can do it. But I want to remind Cameroonians and the president. But first, let me also announce to you that President Paul Biya is 92 years, as you heard it. Now, if he wins this mandate, at the end of this mandate, Cameroon has a 7-year term for a mandate. If he wins this mandate, he will end it at 99 years. Possibly, he is also eligible for re-election. But now, this is the context. President Paul Biya wants to tell us that since he became president, since on the 6th of November 1982, he does not know that Cameroon has these problems that are still persisting, and that is sounding as though it's a new candidate who is coming to do what Mongo Park left undone. Now, I want to give you context here. I want us to understand. President Paul Biya should tell us, to tell Cameroonians, 5 key reasons why Cameroonians should vote for him. First, let us look at energy. How is the energy sector of Cameroon? The electricity sector, or the electricity grid in Cameroon, is even a worst of itself. I will be very honest to you that rationing of electricity is still part of Cameroon's agenda right now. Now, for 42 years, since we regained our independence, electricity has been a major issue. In Cameroon's commercial capital, Douala, they ration electricity. There are some neighborhoods that will go for 1 week without electricity. Now, President Paul Biya should tell us how he intends to solve the electricity problem. There was a time President Paul Biya told us that as of December 2024, most of the power grid will fully go operational. In fact, Long Panga will go operational. As I'm talking to you, it is not effectively functional. Long Panga is not effectively functional. Let me come to the commercial capital, Douala. A road was actually constructed, which has not been inaugurated. I'm talking about the Bonaberi. If you are in Cameroon, there's a road called Bonaberi, moving right up to Bikoko, towards southwest, towards going southwest. That road has not been commissioned. That road, it has not even been filled. We are still waiting for the road to be officially inaugurated. And you know why I'm saying so? Because the initial plan of that road, as we're told, has not been achieved for more than 10 years. Let us look at other roads sector in Cameroon. President Paul Biya should tell us that it is if for 42 years he has not been able to actually deliver on roads in Cameroon. That is it for these 7 years. That if he adds to his 42, it will be 49 years as presidency that is going to achieve this. President Paul Biya should tell us if the people of Menchum division, where I come from, if they should vote for him. Whereas that same Menchum division, since President Paul Biya became president, took over from Amadou Ahidjo, that road has not been tarred, and that's a major division in the Northwest region. In fact, that road has a member of parliament and senator. He has a member of parliament called Honorable Walang Richard. That road has not been tarred. In fact, from Bamenda to Womb, it's an area where it is at least maximum 1 hour on a normal day. But do you know how long it takes for you to go there on a rainy season? It is a road that you can pay just 1.5. But now people are paying close to 20,000, 15,000, 14,000 to go to that area. Now President Paul Biya needs to tell us why the people of Bengui need to vote for him. In fact, the people of Momo need to vote for him, because the people of Momo don't even have a road. Not to talk of those who are in the interior of Atong, Oshen, Jikwa, and Kun. President Paul Biya needs to tell Cameroonians why they should vote for him. In fact, elites of that region should know that the people are no longer blinded, that they have understood that for 42 years, if this has not been done, is it going to be done now? They should tell us how they are going to achieve this. President Paul Biya should also tell us how he's going to achieve the issue of roads in Moyuka, in Kwakwa Nakebole. Now, if you move to Biya, Douala Road, President Pobia should tell us how he will solve that. If for 42 years that has not been done. Now, let us keep the issue of roads aside because we are keep talking about roads. Even in Cameroon's commercial capital, Douala, road is a nightmare on itself. 42 years of his presidency. We await miracles. We know even his ministers, President Pobia's ministers, have complained about roads. I should remind President Pobia now that he has announced his candidacy that our dear Papa, #1 statesman, guarantor of national security, the man of the people, that your minister, Paul Atanganji, went to the north and talked about roads and said the roads were not good. He said he was going to write a special report and send to you. I want to know, Papa, His Excellency, our guarantor, has Minister Paul Atanganji's special report arrived your decks? What is the situation of the road of the people in the far north region and the northern part of Cameroon? And the Minister Delegate of National Security, Lopez de la Police, Ayelo, also went to the north to southwest region. He said the road between Douala and Mutengene was terrible. Now, His Excellency, that road has not been tagged. That road has not been fixed. It is still there. And that road, the Tah section of that road, as we were told, it was the one done by Amadou Aïdjo, your predecessor. Tell us now that you have declared candidacy. So were you waiting that 42 years to come and start constructing road now and doing El Dorado? Embezzlement is active in your government. Now, President Pobia, tell us how much money has been recovered for those who embezzled. A whole cabinet is in the maximum penitentiary security. President Pobia also needs to tell us, needs to tell Cameroonians why they should vote for him on the context of embezzlement. COVID-19, dear President Pobia, maybe you were not aware, let me bring this to your notion. Bags of rice were given during 2018 to COVID-19. As I'm talking to Your Excellency, Cameroonians did not know where those bags of rice went to, who collected them, but these were rice donated by people of goodwill when we were moving to a shutdown, a lockdown. President Pobia needs to tell us who embezzled, and he came in his speech and said he was going to arrest those who have embezzled COVID-19 money. The can that was organized. We were told that money changed hand. Your Excellency, you have announced your bid now with the same people, some of the same people accused of running down your government, of stealing money to sabotage your government. We have not heard that they have been arrested. We have not heard that some were jailed. We have not even seen the money recovered. Dear President Pobia, do you know that if you recover only the money in Kundengi for those who have embezzled, it can help build Cameroon? Now, we have had series of candidates declaring their candidate, aspirants declaring their candidacy. But President Pobia needs to tell us the issue of hospitals. How he's going to handle it for 42 years now, till now. He should need to tell us how he's going to handle the issue of hospitals. Because I'm talking to you, go to some hospitals in some villages and towns. Towns, not villages, towns. They are deplorable. For everything that Cameroon has, they're deplorable. Now, Your Excellency, above all, let me not make this video long. I'll come back because it's state of the race. Because you just announced that you're running. President Pobia needs to tell us how much money Cameroon petroleum sector generates a year. We need to know. Cameroonians need to know. If you are coming to rule, and President Pobia needs to tell us why is it that for 7 years after 2018 presidential election, he has not toured around Cameroon? Above all, Your Excellency, what is the use of Cameroon Senate? Because many Cameroonians are saying that Senate, you made it to actually help your people, help people to enjoy free money. Because they say the Senate don't have the mandate, the powers that it ought to have, that you need to give the Senate the powers. Now, they said, Your Excellency, that the Senate is just an advisory body, and it's true. It's just an advisory body that advises the parliament on the laws that have been made, and the parliament has the latitude to take and not to take. So what then is their power? The Senate does not do vetting. Other Senate in other nations vet. When you appoint people, they vet them. But your own Senate doesn't vet. Your own Senate doesn't decide, doesn't approve or disapprove of a nominee. So what then is the use of the Senate? So they say that if you want to campaign, you should close it. The other areas that Cameroonians say they want you to close it if you want to win this election. They said that if you want to win the election to close Inam, that you should make right reforms and make it in a way that there should be a bill table that governors should be elected, because each governor will help that decentralization process. Each governor, a special kind of decentralization. President Biya needs to tell us how for 42 years till now, that is 92 years, that he is going to solve Cameroon's problem. Let me not continue. Let me end here for now. Your Excellency. It's the message, not the messenger.